Welcome back to Drop the Box. Today we're going to be doing a product review on this Kingbolen battery tester. So this is the Kingbolen battery tester. First impressions, it was quite well built, quite tough for a garage environment. Nice, strong, flexible leads, and two strong clamps as well, which is always good. This is the leaflet that comes with it. As you can see there, this battery analyzer can test 6, 12 and 24 volt batteries. If you turn it around, it's just a couple of basic instructions on how to use it. It is basic because it's really simple to use. So this battery tester will show you the battery voltage, the battery current, the state of charge, the state of health, and the internal resistance of the battery. So I think what we're going to do is we'll do a bit of a comparison to my actual battery tester. It is a bit more than a battery tester, but we'll just test the battery function of it and just see how it stands out against, you know, this more of a budget version compared to the battery test I got. So the battery test I've got is the TOPDON battery analyzer. So we'll just do a bit of comparison to that. It is a bit of an unfair comparison because the price difference is so extreme, but we'll just see how capable this little tester really is and see how the results compare to an expensive tester. We'll move these to one side a minute. I found an old battery knocking around in the garage and it's been on charge now for a few hours, and the battery charger is indicating that that battery is no longer taking any charge, so it's fully charged. So I'm not sure what condition the battery's in, but I'm sure we will find out shortly. So I think we'll start with the TOPDON battery analyzer. Now, the first main difference between these two testers is this is an app-based tester. So you either need a mobile phone with the app on or a computer or tablet, whereas this tester has got its own screen, so everything's displayed on there. So we'll connect the TOPDON battery analyzer up first to a battery. And what we need to do then is open the app. As you can see here, this is why this tester is, you know, a bit more expensive, because it's got other functions. It's got the battery test, which is what we'll be using now. It's got a cranking test, charging test, and a whole system test. So you can see why it is that little bit, well, quite a bit more expensive. You can also go into test reports, print reports, and also gain previous reports as well, which is quite handy if you ever need to check what a battery was tested for previously. But anyway, the only function we're going to compare this to now, otherwise it'll be extremely unfair, is the actual battery test. So we'll go into that. And now what we need to do is we need to put the values of the battery in. So as you can see here, 12 volts, 44 amp hours, and then the capacity of the battery then is 350 amps. and this is a regular flooded battery. So we put in regular flooded battery, standard is EN, and then we've got the current capacity, which is 350 amps. So we'll click test. Please confirm the battery is fully charged before testing. We've just taken it off the charger, so we know it is fully tested to its whatever its capacity is. So this is telling us we have a bad cell and we need to replace the battery. But what we're going to do is we'll put this one side for a minute, and then we'll go through all of the values just to compare them with each other. So put the phone down there. Disconnect this now. So now we're going to connect the Kingbolen tester. Yeah, and these are like, and also another thing to note, you don't need to put batteries into this tester. It's powered off whichever battery you're testing. So I don't know if you can see on the top there, you need to select which voltage battery you're testing. So we're testing the 12 volt. So just press the OK. And now we need to put in the amperage of the battery that we're testing. So this is 350 amps. So you use the up and down arrows to cycle through the values. So that's 350 amps, and the CCA stands for cold cranking amps. Okay, now the battery's on test. Right, and now we've got our values up. So let's open this phone up and compare them. So the first results we got is the amps of the battery. So the Kingbolen is showing as 213 amps, whereas the TOPDON is showing 210. That's the next value. So state of health, the Kingbolen is showing 37%, and the TOPDON is showing 36%. State of charge, 75% on the Kingbolen and 92% on the TOPDON, even though we sort of know that the battery is 100% charged to whatever's left in it. The next, we have the internal resistance. On the Kingbolen, it's 12.1 milliohms. And on the TOPDON, it's 13.2 milliohms. The voltage is 12.45. And on TOPDON, it's 12.55. Now we're back to the beginning. So the Kingbolen is saying that the battery is normal, as you can see there. Whereas, my phone's bloody gone. And locked itself again. Whereas the TOPDON is telling us that there's a bad cell and we need to replace the battery. Now, I think the difference between that is we've told the TOPDON tester that that battery is fully charged. So it's telling us, because the maximum capacity of this battery now is only 210 amps, because it's fully charged, that battery is out of the spec in regards to how it was when it was new. So it should have had 350 amps instead of 210. So I can understand why that's come to that result. But saying that, as long as you're pretty up to date with the values of testing a battery, going off these results off the Kingbolen, you should be able to come to that conclusion yourself. I mean, if the maximum charge is 213 out of 350, then that battery's pretty much harder. It's still got a little bit of life in it, but you would want to replace that battery, especially if it's going in a vehicle. As for a little testing battery in the workshop, it's fine. So to summarise, I think this Kingbolen battery tester is pretty good. It's definitely worth the money. I think it's in the region of £25. You know, and the comparison that we've carried out is pretty unfair because the battery tester we compared it to is way out of its price range, but the results that this tester gave us were so close to the other one. It's, you know, it just proves that it is a good little tester. Obviously, it doesn't, you know, print out reports and things like that, but as for your day-to-day use, this is really ideal. So I'll definitely be recommending this tester. I'll definitely be using it myself. And I will leave a link in the description of this video if you were interested in purchasing this. And yeah, I guess that's it really. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. And if there's anything you'd like to see, or if you've got any products you want us to review, please let us know and we'll see what we can do. Thanks again.